Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Lexi here, and I'm going to be talking today about androgenic acne and a bit more about hormonal acne in general and sort of what causes it. Why do these sex hormones cause our skin to go haywire? And I'm trying out something new with my hair, so I don't know how I feel about it just yet. If you're like, what is she doing with that? Just ignore the hair and let's focus on what's important, which is that hormonal acne picture. So one of the most common patterns for hormonal acne is that real testosterone androgen driven acne, and testosterone is a sex hormone that comes under the umbrella term of androgens. So when I'm talking about it in this context, it's a little bit interchangeable. And that testosterone or androgenic acne pattern is often when we see the real jawline and chin acne, and it can be really cystic, it can be deep, painful pimples under the skin, and sometimes these lesions can appear on the chest and back as well. And sometimes they're accompanied by other signs of androgen excess, which can be hair growth on the face, like again in that sort of beard pattern across the upper lip, cheeks and jawline. And I'm not just talking about that one stray coarse hair that we all have to pluck occasionally. I'm talking about like hair growth to the point where you feel like you need to remove it. It's really visible. It can be coarse and dark. And you can also be getting hairs growing in places that you should not be growing hairs as a woman, like around the nipple and even on the chest and other areas as well. So aside from hair growth and that jawline acne, some other symptoms of androgen excess can be really greasy skin or hair. So that excess sebum production that makes you feel like you have to wash all the time. It can be excessive body odor. It can be things like mood swings and aggression, which can be sort of symptoms of, again, too much of that testosterone happening. And, as women, we do all produce testosterone and androgens. They can be produced by our ovaries as well as our adrenal glands. But sometimes that's not so much about what level of testosterone your body is actually making and, circulating in the blood. It's kind of like, what is the body doing with that testosterone and those androgens? So I spoke a little bit, I will speak a little bit more about this in a video I'm doing about hormone testing. But basically your body, is going to take those androgens that are going around the blood and then try to metabolize, break them down, detoxify them and excrete them through the urine. And what the process that it goes through to do that can have a huge effect on how those androgens are being expressed around the body. So for example, say your blood levels of testosterone are completely normal, but your body is sending them down a metabolism pathway that is making them a lot more potent, a lot more androgenic. And so when your skin receptors are picking up on those androgen metabolites, they're having a lot stronger action on that hair follicle and that unit that connects the hair to the skin, and that it's the pilosebaceous unit is what it's called, and that's where pimples and things spring up from. So if you are one of those lucky people like me that do have a tendency to push these androgens down this particular pathway that makes them a lot more androgenic, when that gets expressed in your skin, you're getting inflammation, pimples, cysts, accelerated hair growth, excess sebum production, greasy skin, greasy hair, all that fun stuff. And so that's how, androgens like testosterone do affect the skin. And there's a couple of ways that we can, work with this. So the best way is to always find out, backpedal, go upstream and find out at what point are things going a little bit wrong. Are we making too much testosterone in the first place from the ovaries or the adrenal glands? Are we making a normal amount, but they're getting pushed down this super androgenic pathway, which is then being expressed through these symptoms? Are we not clearing them well and we're getting a bit of a backlog of these hormones and, we're never really fully getting rid of them through the liver and the urine and the kidneys, and so they're getting pushed out the skin? Like, what is the reason? And so that's, that's up here. What is the reason? And then we can look at, okay, we know this is why it's happening. What areas of your life, what areas of your diet, your lifestyle, your genetics, other areas of your health are impacting on your body's ability to make, break, and get rid of these androgens. So then step down here, what can we do to address that? And then what can we do to give you a bit of symptomatic relief while we shift some of these longer term patterns in the body? Because whenever we're looking at hormones, the main measure of hormonal health in women is going to be that menstrual cycle, and we're only getting one of those once a month. Hopefully, some of you might be getting them less than that. And so it can take 3, 6, 9 months to shift some of these deeper hormonal patterns and get that real ongoing change. And so what can we do in the meantime to give you a bit of relief so that, you know, you can go about your day and not feel like you have to hide behind makeup and be super self-conscious about your skin and never knowing when it's going to break out and what's going to happen. So there's a few different levels that we can work on this. And so as a naturopath, my main priority is to always come back up here and find out, like, what is the underlying thing going on here? What is causing this downstream presentation of acne, hair growth, greasy skin, greasy hair, like I spoke about earlier? And then I like to use natural medicine to remedy it. So we could be looking at nutritional supplementation, herbal supplementation, as well as working on those underlying drivers, which could be your gut health, your stress levels, your diet, your blood sugar levels, as well as, you know, what are the ovaries doing? What's your estrogen doing, for that matter? It's all interconnected, right? So it can take a little while to unpick everything, but that's basically how androgens like testosterone are affecting the skin. And I will go into a little bit more detail on a later date about how I like to remedy this. So what are we sort of talking about when we're looking at remedies to balance androgen production, but also to make sure that your body's able to break down and excrete them effectively without pushing them down this pathway that's making them super potent and androgenic. So I hope that was informative for you. If you've got any questions, as usual, you can send me a message. And if this is sounding like you, if you feel like you're going, yes, that's me, that sounds like me, I'm getting those symptoms, please feel free to reach out. We can have a chat about how I work as a naturopath and how we can work together to get some change happening for you, because it is not something that you have to endure forever. So have a great day, and I'll be back online talking more soon.